everyone, and welcome back to the Wolfpack. So good to see all of you on a finally sunny day. Now, speaking of a sunny, bright, happy day, I wanted to talk about a very divisive topic, and that is, should you let new board gamers win? Now, I can easily see this being, I can see both sides of the argument, and what I wanted to do today is explore both sides of the coin. So first off, I wanted to ask you directly here now, would you say yes or would you say no? Like, if you had to give an immediate answer right now, what are you thinking? Because for me, if I had to pick a choice and there is no gray area, I would say yes. Why not? Because hear me out here. Like, what do you get from being an experienced board gamer, showing someone a brand new game, and absolutely destroying them? You get absolutely nothing out of that. The satisfaction is like nowhere near that. And I feel like the only argument for this is that maybe you are like, you don't want to baby them in a sense, and you want to make sure that they're playing at a point where it's a standardized level. Like, you're not faking your experience in the game. And I get that. But that's like the only argument I can truly see for this, because there's so many other benefits to on the other side of the coin here. It's like running a 100-meter sprint as an adult versus a child. Like, obviously you're gonna win. You have longer legs, you're taller, you're faster overall, your endurance is crazier, even though you don't need that much endurance for a 100-meter dash. But still, the point being, racing against a kid in a 100-meter dash, it's not as satisfying as if you were to race an adult your age, your level, and beating them the same way. In the same sense here, if you ever played an MMO, it's like you're a maxed out, or like an RPG, it's like you're a maxed out character at level 100, and you're going back to the level 1 zone and just killing off these little jellies and blobs that are at level 1. Like, that's not satisfying. That is, it brings no like fun or entertainment, and it's just whatever. Like, okay, sure, if you're defeating 100 of them at once, maybe, but point being, it's not as fun or engaging as if you were to fight someone at your own level and beat them the same way. Now, another point I wanted to bring up is that as an experienced board gamer, we're probably playing games a lot more frequently than other people. And with us playing weekly, sometimes even daily games, we're used to losing because we're playing them so often, to the point where like a loss to us is nowhere near as significant of a blow as it would be to someone who is new, because they don't understand loss. And I'm speaking strictly, of course, in the gaming term here. They don't understand how losing feels like we do, because that one loss can hurt them a lot more than for us. Because like, if we're playing all the time, of course we're losing a ton of our games. And don't come at me thinking you win every single board game. Like, I don't believe you, okay? As good as you are, I know we lose way more frequently because we're playing more frequently than a gamer who is new to the hobby, or they're not playing as often as we are. I think it's also really important to premise this discussion with like, you have to be able to read the room properly, because if you're playing, let's just pick out a game, which is are games that I've done before too, like this whole situation where I've let new gamers win. Let's talk about Root. Or Andromeda's Edge. I've done with both games. So let's specifically pick out Root. You're playing a 4-player game of Root, and it's very close. Everyone's at like the 26 to 30 point mark. 30 points is the winner for the game. So as soon as someone hits 30, game's over. I've had the point where it was like around 26, 27, and everyone's super, super close. They're new gamers. They're super interested in it. They're having a ton of fun because playing as the cats, they're building out all these different areas, and they're marching their cats across and destroying everything in the woodland. It almost takes away the fun for me if I was playing as like the Woodland Alliance or something, and I usurp a different area of the woodland and then gain like my last 2 points that way. Like, I want to have it end in one big fight just for them. So I think, and again, I can already, like, my gut is already telling me I can hear all of the opposition to this, but it's okay. I just wanted to be transparent about this because this is what I've done before, and what I truly feel like it's fine. And that is, it's okay for me to let new gamers win. Like, it really is, because they're already having so much momentum from playing the game. It took them so much to learn it too, especially heavier games too. I think this is a lot more fulfilling with heavier games and games where you're so experienced, where it's not obvious that you are throwing away the game. And I'm not necessarily throwing away per se, but like, I won't make the most optimal moves where I know I can like easily just destroy them. I'm being very particular about what I'm doing, but I'm almost like experimenting around with my own faction so it doesn't look like I'm intentionally losing. I could win, but like I don't really want to win that way, or I don't really want to take away their light when they're already having all this, huge snowball effect going down. And I just feel like for me, I'd rather just play around and try some new things. That way they can find those opportunities to seize the moment and have their moment. Like, I'm not trying to say that the only way to feel good in gaming is to win, and to encourage that you only have fun in gaming by winning. But what I am encouraging is like, you have all of this positive reinforcement where they're having this endurance and this stamina that's not built like us, more experienced gamers, where they're learning this heavy rule set. You see the gears grinding in their head as they're trying to connect the different mechanisms together. And the coolest part, and when you know they really, really love a game, is that they start asking you about strategy. Not like, what should I do for my turn? But more so like, oh, wait a minute. If this faction's able to build out these buildings here, and on my turn, I can link up these skills here, that means that I can actually combo off and play this card so I can generate double the amount of resources my next turn. Like, when they start asking questions like that, it's like the best feeling for me. Gamers like that have that kind of mentality and that are very motivated and happy and excited about the game, I kind of slip a little like placebo type effect and don't play my best when it comes to the very end. And I know people will have different opinions about that, but that's just how I feel. And again, you also have to read the room, because I don't do that for every situation. I do that for like some particular situations where I feel like this is a moment where I don't need to destroy them. I have to really know the game, like Root, like Andromeda's Edge, like Black Rose Wars. I have to really know the game. I have to really read the situation, because it also can backfire a lot if you end up taking really bad moves and they can see that, and it's like, wait, you're not even playing for real. Like, that's not fun for me either. So I think in moments where you can kind of slip in just a subtle little hint and encourage them to find connecting mechanisms, that way they can pull off that final win, that final point that they need to score victory and want to play the game again and want to experiment with it again. I think those moments are fine. But again, it also has to be with a situational context. Like, if the gamer comes off really cocky, they're bragging about how easy it is for them to learn a game and that they can pick up games like this and that they know how to win every single strategy, you think I'm going to let them win? No, of course not. I'm going to play my best at that point. But if there are gamers that kind of need a little confidence boost, if you're playing a game that you know really, really well, if there's a moment in the game where like you don't need to take away their victory in order for them to enjoy it, if there's a moment where you can see the light in their eyes just shining because they are understanding the game, they are connecting mechanisms together, and they're having so much fun having this snowball effect with whatever characters that they're playing, with whatever actions that they're performing, and it's subtle how you are kind of letting them and like encouraging this like kind of positive reinforcement to keep learning, keep understanding, keep experimenting, then yeah, by all means, I think it's okay for us to let new gamers win. Of course, we don't want to encourage that you're only going to have fun if you win. So again, it all comes with just knowing your group of friends, knowing the gamers you're playing with, and understanding how to fully read the room. So it's a very complex topic today, one that needs a lot of like folds for you to understand where I'm coming from. But I think it's a really important one to discuss, because I don't think experienced board gamers need to destroy new gamers when they're playing something new, because I just don't think that experienced board gamers need to absolutely destroy new gamers when they're learning something new, because we can get more people into the hobby, we can get more people to enjoy games by just slipping in a little placebo here and there. So with that said, what do you all think? Am I like alone in this, or should we not let gamers win at all? Should we just play fair and square and just do our best at all times? I don't know. I have no idea. Let me know what you all think down in the comments below. If you made it here to the very, very end, go ahead and comment placebo, Placebo, down in the comments below if you made it to the very end, because that's what it is. I feel like we're having a nice positive placebo effect for new gamers when we do that. So with that said, thank you all so much, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.